Alright, hello. This is Marie Diaries, and I'm here to do another video. Basically, an hour away from New Year's Eve. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It is 10:52 on the alarm clock, or excuse me, 10:52 on the time right now. Alright, so I'm deciding to do a reading right now. So I was getting a couple things. I didn't really have any. Well, I do have two different things, but I'm really not sure. Actually, three, but I'm undecisive if I want to do readings on those right now. But the other two that I was thinking about was one was what what is the initial reason as to why this particular person, 127, I just saw, why was they being called a whistleblower? Because I feel like there still hasn't been given any real breakdown, definite reason as to why this person was getting called the whistleblower or called a whistleblower, whatever. Or in the other one that I wanted to do was uh, what is going to be getting exposed with going into 2026, because I definitely feel like there's still a lot of stuff that could be coming to be unraveling or haven't started unraveling yet to come out, being enlightened or exposed and handled and dealt with accordingly. 222 I just also saw. So I feel like I want to do that. Those kind of might coincide with each other, but then again, not really. So I feel like I want to do what is going to be getting exposed going into 2026. Because honestly, I got here tonight and I feel like it's been a lot of hidden stuff surrounding my personal situation, involving my living situation, and just a lot of other stuff. Like, I talked about that in a lot of my other videos. And I definitely feel like it's spilled out into other stuff happening, but people don't want to, because of, connections and groups and pleasing other people besides themselves, instead of pleasing themselves, having their front and back first, no matter who you are connected to, associated with, and so forth. But that's a whole nother story, or that's a whole nother video. I mean, yeah, so I want to do a reading on what could possibly be being exposed going into 2026. Yeah, because I see whatever it is, top of the deck, I just saw that it's not okay. All right, behind that you got in 6 to 12 months. Something is not okay in 6 to 12 months. So, excuse me, that could be significant. All right, and I don't even mean just to, like, in regards to how I feel about my living situation and stuff like that. I mean overall, in general. Again, because I did just bring up the other video that I want to do a reading on, is why was this person, I'm going to write it down, why was they initially called the whistleblower? Hold on. Alright, so this video though, I'm going to do for what could be being exposed going into 2026. I feel like, I don't know. I kind of want to go with the horror deck, but I don't know. So I want that, and I also feel like I should use this astrology deck to get that energy for that. What is still needing to be exposed with going into 2026? Because I feel like we ain't even worldwide generally, they ain't even hit the surface yet. Like, I don't know why. I don't feel like they have. I don't feel like they hit the surface yet. Maybe they have. All right, this is my opinion. But yeah, I don't feel like they hit the surface yet. I feel like if I was to use the Romeo and Juliet deck, I feel like the dark deal is going to come out. So there's a lot of dark deals. Like, really, like, to be a grown-up now and to be in this stage of my life, 41 years old, and to have this spiritual awakening and enlightenment about stuff and just how I feel about stuff, and knowing that I could be okay regardless if I'm connected to my family or not, knowing that I could be okay, knowing that I can make it, not feeling like I have to give up because I'm not getting their approval for anything. I just feel like it's a lot of dark stuff that's is and connected with deals that definitely have been going on for a long time. Like probably since the beginning of time, basically, yeah. But I'm gonna start with this astrology deck. What is what is how do I want to word it? What is going to be being exposed or enlightened and dealt with going into 2026? What is going to be enlightened or exposed and dealt with going into 2026? What needs to be seen or shown from this deck? You got an Aquarius, all right? It says spiritually, your vision, mentally, what's new and different about, physically used in unconventional way. So that's first coming out. Something about how somebody's doing something in an unconventional way physically. Yeah, the moon just came out with the 9th house. Let's see. What is still going to be needed to be exposed going into 2026? What is going to be needed to be exposed and enlightenment and dealt with going into 2026? What else clarify in Aquarius out here? Aquarius talks about independent, idealistic, all right? You got in Virgo, all right? It says spiritually, the serving of others, mentally, the details of, physically, do what you must do, and... So we have in Aquarius and in Virgo. So we got Aquarius is part of like communication, intellect, ideas. Virgo is practical matters, money, relationships. What else for this energy? What is going to be being exposed or enlightened and dealt with, and needing to be dealt with going into 2026? We got the sun in Leo. In Libra is at the back of the deck. 11:01 on the time. You got sun in Leo. Spiritually, the creation of. Mentally, the gaining of respect for or from. Physically, things brought to life or light. I'm telling you, it's still stuff. I feel like it's definitely. I feel like they haven't even like. They may have hit the surface. I think I said that already, but I don't feel like they have. Or has been in general. What else to clarify this energy? Whoa, the 3rd house just flew out. 4th house at the back of the deck. Spiritually, your ideas, mentally, short-term thinking and trips. Physically, who or what is around you. Wow, should I keep that? I feel like I am. So, use an unconventional way and do what you must do, and things brought to life or lights. Who or what is around you. What else for this energy? What is still needing to be exposed? 10:23 I just saw on the recording. 11:01 on the alarm clock right now. What is still needing to be exposed or enlightened and dealt with going into 2026? What else needs to be seen from this deck? Or needs to be known or seen from this deck? Oh, two cards come out. You got the first house crossing. Spiritually, who you are. Mentally, your desires. Physically, your actions. Alright, the other side is spiritually, immediately. Mentally, the way you project yourself. Physically, do it on your own. Alright, but I saw who you are is first. Alright, something about in regards to spiritually, the serving of others, who you are. Alright, you also have in Scorpio coming out. You got in Aquarius, in Virgo out here, and now you got in Scorpio. That was face down. Spiritually, it says the extraordinary power of prayer. Mentally, the highest and lowest aspects of. Physically, control the situation and. So there's going to be things brought to life or lights. Control the situation in regards to how people control a situation. Who or in regards to who or what is around them. I'm going to take 3 more. What is going to be being exposed or enlightenment and dealt with going into 2026? 12:11, 12:12 I just saw in the recording. What else needs to be seen or shown from this deck right here? You got Mars. Spiritually energize, mentally confront, physically force yourself to. If just flip to the other side, spiritually the drive for, mentally the confronting of, physically action. So I'm going to keep it on that side because it literally like flipped in my hand while I was trying to put it down. So it needs to be, so that side needs to be the drive for. You got Moon in the back of the deck. Spiritually defend, mentally accept. Spiritually defend, mentally accept. Physically let your feelings tell you how to. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like letting your feelings how to dictate how you gonna move. All right. I mean, definitely more in a good way, but this could be a lot of stuff that's in a bad way. All right, you got the 11th house that wanted to come out. Spiritually freedom, mentally associations, physically your circle of friends, and then you still have the Moon at the back of the deck. Yeah, the second house just came out with in Cancer. Second house talks about resources. In Cancer talks about your feelings. I think I just said that. Excuse me, mentally, attitudes from the past about. Physically, use your intuition. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting a fair deal. You got the 7th house at the back of the deck. We're getting a fair deal. Spiritually, diplomatically, mentally, relationships, physically, get a fair deal. What other 2 cards needs to come out for this energy? What is still needing to be enlightened or exposed and dealt with going into 2026? Can I get 2 more from this deck? 2 more from this deck. Oh, 4 come out. So I seen those 2 first. It's probably the same 2 came back out. Oh, wow. And then you got in Neptune and Capricorn came back out. Or in Neptune and Capricorn also came out, but the same 2 came back out. So I feel like I should take the same 2. Because I just literally just had them. I was just reading them and then they come back out again. So I'm going to keep those 2. But these other 2 came out. That's crazy. So now I got to read these all across. Spiritually, mentally, and physically. And I'm not going to be able to keep these up here because they're going to keep moving and stuff. And But you have the main signs you do have, which doesn't really, I feel like it means something, but not in the way of it just pertaining to just those signs. I feel like it's more because this deck is, again, it's astrology. So the signs have to do with the astrology meanings of the signs. It don't have to mean just particularly because of the sign. When you come across this video or if you watch it. But you got in Capricorn and Neptune that also came out. It says your goals, and it's in spiritually your goals, mentally the day-to-day reality of life, physically use the most business way, and that's in Capricorn. And Neptune, it says spiritually the idolization of, mentally confusion regarding, physically sacrifice. Wow. In Capricorn and Neptune. But like I said, in Cancer and in the second house came back out, which in the second house talks about resources. And then you have Pluto at the back of the deck. Spiritually, the need for control of, mentally an obsession with, physically a power struggle. 1616 I just saw on the recording. Yeah, there is a power struggle with this, with things needing to be enlightened or exposed about dark deals and whatever whatever goes off of that, because I feel like it's dark deals and it could be probably so many things that goes off of that if like you did some type of chart or something. Like if somebody was to actually did like, which I don't know, maybe they have done this before, did some type of study type thing, but they might not even do that because again that might be, you know, exposing too much, or they feel like that will be exposing too much. But you have in Aquarius, in Virgo, you got in Cancer, and then the houses you have are third house, first, you got the first house, third house, or excuse me, the first three houses. Wow. So this could be the main how you say, these could be the main houses that get exposed with going to into 2026, which is the first, second, and the third house. Crazy that they came out. I didn't even just till now. Yep. So something could be definitely significant about those houses for whatever reason. Um, yeah, because again, second house talks about resources and believing, physically, or excuse me, spiritually your beliefs and physically your resources. Um, that's the second house, but the first house has spiritually who you are and your actions. That's the first house. Third house, you have spiritually your ideas and who and what is around you. I cannot believe these three just came out like that, and it's basically that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's who or what is around you, um, beliefs and resources, how people are trying to physically control the situation. With in Scorpio, you know, there could be a lot of people spiritually. Um, it says spiritually the extraordinary power of prayer, and then people could be like in Scorpio. In Scorpio, with my oracle deck, what I wrote on my excuse me, not on, it's in the eighth house, because the eighth house I would figure would be in Scorpio. That talks about sex, death, magic, transformation, occults, taboos, stuff like that. I see I just saw 1110, and now I see 1111 on the alarm clock. But yeah, yep. In Aquarius, I'm looking at it, says use an unconventional way. Okay, so I gotta read them all across. So I'm gonna go spiritually for all of them, mentally for all of them, and physical for all of them. So spiritually, your vision, the serving of others, the creation of your ideas, who you are, the extraordinary power of prayer, the drive for your feelings patiently. That's spiritually. Mentally, what's new and different about the details of the gaining of respect for or from short-term thinking and trips, your desires, the highest and lowest aspects of the confronting of attitudes from the past about what you want. That's mentally. Physically, use an unconventional way and do what you must do, and things brought to life or light. Who or what is around you, your actions control the situation, and action, use your intuition and get what you want. Hold up. Hold on. 21, 27. I just saw on the recording as I'm unpausing the video. I literally could just stop the video right there with those cards right there, because that was just wow. Especially when I just read all of them together like that. Especially when I did the physical, like, because it's if you when I got that deck, it explains to you how to read it, or like what what the S and P mean, and the one side is like it's written in blue, and that is I think the outcome, and the red side is like the action, or is the other way around. But yeah, 2211 I just saw in 2212. But yeah, I kind of feel like I just stopped the video right there, but I'm gonna use more. Yeah, look, split the deck, devil and family. I see FD or DF, so this can have something to do about a lot of stuff being exposed and enlightened about how people want to be in their divine energy. That's what I'm getting. Or I'm getting the fuck with the DF, or the other way will be divine feminine. Or I'm also getting FDAT with FD. Yeah, dinner just flew out in reverse. Alright. You got dreams at the back of the deck, which is Nightmare on Elm Street. So something about a DD, or somebody could be a double D. I don't know. But yeah. I see ED now, or DE. Dinner and egg. Alright, but what needs to be seen or shown from this deck in regards to what is what could be still needing to be enlightened or exposed and dealt with going into 2026. Damn, I don't even feel like I shuffled enough. The bottom one, the deep in reverse. You have fire right behind that. Wow, you got animal. That fire is the Frankenstein movie. What else for this? To clarify the deep in reverse, what could be still needing to be enlightened or exposed and dealt with going into 2026? Clarify the deep in reverse. Because I feel like, honestly, side note, there's no going back. There's no going back now. There's no going back. I don't know why I feel like 24/17, there's no going back. What else to clarify the deep in reverse in regards to this? Okay, the cards. Okay. You got Trap. Wow, which is the Get Out movie. It came out with Friendship. Wow. Forbidden at the back of the deck. Twins is sticking up. Twins is The Shining, which is emphasize work. Can I get two more? Okay, they coming out. You got Shock, the Psycho movie. Do I want to keep that? You got Lies. Wow, Lies at the back of the deck. Behind Lies, you got Experience, Water, Water is Creatures of the Black Lagoon 2522. I just saw Creatures from the Black Lagoon, and I was talking about secrets. What secrets? What the water? What secrets it holds, or whatever like that. Could I get one more for this energy out here? Deep in reverse, trap, friendship, shock. What could still be needed to be exposed and enlightened and dealt with going into 2026? Can I get one more on this deck? You got experience at the back of the deck. You got the call, and you got experience. The call is the Scream movie. You got experience, water, the devil, combination, neighbors, face, boogeyman, warrior. Did I skip one? Yeah, I skipped one. So experience, water, devil, combination, neighbors, face, boogeyman, illness, warrior, genius, the other side, escape, hunger, with family, and midnight, and children of the corn. It's like I don't watch half of these movies in this deck, and half of them I have not watched before. I don't know if I'm ever going to watch them, but I may or may not. I like to watch scary movies with other people. I ain't like watching them by myself. So if I don't watch them with somebody, I'm not watching them. I don't care if I've seen them already. I'm not watching them by myself. I feel like I've always been like that. Even when I was a kid, and like all the scary movies that used to was coming out when I was from 1984. Whenever I started like really watching TV and stuff, I don't think I ever watched any of them by myself. I know the main one, but I think The Exorcist, I think that came out before I was born though. But that used to be on a lot when I was a kid. Like, ooh, that movie used to be on a lot. Like, ugh. It's like it was always coming on TV. It was. Wait, what's that one? That was the I don't even know what card that is. There's not one that say help me. What is that card? Exorcist is what? I don't know why I'm trying to look for that right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was help me. Yeah, so the card is help me, and that movie that's The Exorcist. Okay, yup, and it came out in 1973. Dang, that joke came out like, what, 10 something years plus before I was born. I see something about KJ and KI. Why the fuck? How do I keep typing? I don't know what that's about. KJ and KI. I see that right now. I don't know what that was about. We're going to be accidentally typing and stuff again, I guess, tonight. Alright, so we got the deep. The deep in reverse is, that's the Shirt movie. The deep in reverse is... Why I can't find it? Jaws, 1975. You're going to need a bigger boat. No better way to get your feet wet than to dive right in. Yeah, so possibly going right into the new year. Again, it says no better way to get your feet wet than to dive right in. So yeah, probably going into the new year, things is just gonna go. They're gonna keep 11/22 on the alarm clock. They're gonna just keep coming out or unraveling and being enlightened or exposed. You got Trap, which is the Get Out movie. That is what, 1999? No, 2000 something. I mean, I told you not to go into that house. Take the advice of a trusted friend. It helps to have an outside perspective. So, the deer spiritually talks about innocence. There could be stuff in regards to guns, or the MS. I don't want to say the full word, but MS. I see 11:23 on the alarm clock. There may be going into the new year, that might be happening, or something about guns, something about I'm getting about colleagues or like groups of people, because you got the trap and you got all these people on a card. On the card, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 people at the bottom, and then you have the lady off to the side, and you got the lady with the gun over here. But spiritually, the deer talks about innocence and I believe what it says, fertility or whatever. So there could be something about that going right into the new year. Somebody, something about taking the advice of a trusted friend. Somebody could be like, because right after that you got friendship. Somebody going towards their friend, or leaning on their friend or something like that, to like get some advice about, or get an outside perspective in regards to Get Out, because that's Trap is the Get Out movie, came out 2017. Now next is friendship, and that is the Werewolf in London. An American Werewolf in London, 1981. Has it occurred to you that it might be unsettling to see you arise from the grave to visit me? Seek counsel from those who know you well. So both of these cards is them. Trap and friendship is both talking about, and I see the fuck, or that's TF or FT. Something about feature, like, like how people with celebrities feature people on their songs or whatever like that. Something about that could be significant. But an American Werewolf in London, something about London could be significant with going into the New Year's. Stuff being enlightened and exposed about that. I don't know if it's going to have more to do with, like when I seen the article or whatever the video was, when they was talking about how the whoever stole from the damn museum thingy and took all those stuff, but they supposed to be from I think Africa or something like that. Those pieces 33 I just seen, those real beautiful pieces like the crown and all those other stuff they stole. I don't know, did that happen in London? Maybe there could be maybe there could be more being enlightened and exposed about that. Because somebody is, both cards talking about looking into getting like advice or whatever, or counsel from a friend or someone you know well, whether they are male or female, because the friend could be male or female. Next is shock. I feel like it's not gonna be. I'm getting like something about not being a shock about this stuff that is coming to be enlightened or exposed with going into the new year, especially about whoever's in this cycle energy. All right, that came out 1960. I just want to make a change. Don't let your guard down. That's in the upright. There could be being more, more stuff being exposed about, because I just seen on the video I watched earlier, they're claiming allegedly 11:27 on the alarm clock, that not only have they been speculating about there being a SK in Texas, now they're speculating allegedly that there's a SK in New York City, where I'm from. I'm from the Bronx. It's on my birth certificate. So up in those boroughs up there, there's supposed to be a SK up there. and they unaliving just random people. I feel like they've been talking about a lot of older people, but why, even though they older, like, why are you attacking them? If that is the case, if that's what's really going on. Yeah, so Shock is Psycho movie 1960. I just want to make a change. Don't let your guard down. The Call is next. 53. I just saw in 35:55. That is the Scream movie, The Call. That came out 1999 or something like that. 1996. So the Scream movie 1996, You Should Never Say Who's There, ? Turn your ringer off. So it's like whoever getting counsel from somebody, it's like they're not gonna be in shock, and something about if they seeking counsel from somebody who is like them or something, or somebody they know well, they're not gonna be letting their guard down. But at the same time, something about turning their ringer off. Then you have Experience. I don't know if it's like people not gonna want to hear it, or it's just like they're gonna be already like, it's not, like I said, I feel like something about not being a shocked or something. You got Experience, which is Hellraiser 1987. We have such sights to show you. Is it really worth it? ? Behind that, you have Water and Devil. Something about EWD or DWE or whatever like that. And then you have Combination. Water was Creatures from the Black Lagoon. Yeah, Creatures from the Black Lagoon, 1954. We've just begun to learn about the water and its secrets. Focus on your established routines. Then you have Devil, which is the Hannix movie, which is the witch movie. 1922. Isn't superstition still rampant among us? ? As long as you're not hurting anyone, let it rip. Or I be saying let it RIP. But I feel like that depends on the situation with the RIP. Just in general, let it rest in peace. Like, I mean, you could say it a different way, but that's what I'm just feeling like to say it like, or I don't know. Yeah, so then behind Devil is Combination. And that's, most people would give anything to be turned into something else. We help each other be human. And that's the Fly movie, 1986. So there could be, I talked about in my videos a lot how spiritually I found and saw that the Fly talks about domestic matters, curses of dark magic, domestic matters, and whatever. Those are the main two that's sticking out to me right now. But it talks about other stuff from there too. But that's the main things I got from that. So yeah, something about love. You got Balcony, Land of Love. You think it would be more of that, but I feel like going into the new year, 3933, it's just going to be more stuff being something about a lot of people relying on other people for advice in regards to like what they should do or something, or if they should be reporting something or giving information. I'm getting, because you got her on the phone, you got this lady screaming with a skeletal face, and then you got somebody holding a knife, and you got somebody else holding a knife in this video. Crazy. And then I also talked about how spiritually the werewolf talks about good and evil. All right, yeah, the Hangman in Pisces with the Wheel of Fortune just turned over. I just seen the Emperor in Aries. The Chariot in Cancer. So let's see. Clarify the deep in reverse in regards to what could be still needing to be enlightened or exposed and dealt with going into 2020. You're going to need a bigger boat. Yeah, so if it's saying the deep in reverse, which is Jaws, you're going to need a deeper boat. No better way to get your feet wet than to dive right in. You got the Empress in the upright, the Taurus. So whoever this is, even if it's a feminine or masculine, I feel like because the Empress also talks about new ideas, that somebody's going to be trying to figure out new ways to, not funny, but the Moon in Pisces at the back of the deck. They're going to be trying to figure out new ways to maybe get around something, or I don't know, or yeah, because look, you got the Moon in Pisces, the Lovers, Gemini, the Lovers in Gemini, the Hermit in Virgo, the Justice in Libra, the Fool in Aquarius, the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy with the World, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and then you have the Emperor right there in Aries with the Sun in Leo, Tower and Aquarius. Trap, Get Out movie. Let me make this a little smaller. So Trap is the Get Out movie. I told you not to go into that house. So something about houses. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune wanted to come out. Something about houses. Somebody thinking of a new way to get counsel of getting out of something in regards to house. Maybe there can be stuff coming out about more people remains being found in the house, or people being held in houses or something like that. I don't know. I'm just getting that. 4244. You got the Star in Aquarius. Clarify Trap. Take the advice of a trusted friend, and it helps to have an outside perspective. What needs to be seen or shown exposed? To clarify this card. What could be still needing to be enlightened or exposed with going into and dealt with going into 2026? Clarify Trap. Put this out here. Clarify Trap. Okay, so the Moon in Pisces comes back out again. Faced up. Yeah. Whatever these hidden connections, relationships, because there's judgment in regards to these contracts, these unions, these organizations. This could even be in regards to certain organizations. Judgment, Leo, the Hierophant, Taurus, the Tower in Aquarius, the Star in Aquarius, the World, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, with the Justice in Libra. Then you have the Hermit in Virgo with the World again, because again this deck has 2 World cards. That's the only card that's doubled. Clarify Friendship. Seek counsel. Seek counsel from those you know well. What needs to be clarified for that in regards to what still needs to be enlightened or exposed with going into 2026? Clarify Friendship. That came out funny. Like it ain't even want to come out. The Lovers in Gemini. Yeah. The Empress, the Moon, the Lovers with the Star in Aquarius. Like making a choice or decision about how to, like, again, get through stuff. Because I feel like that's because one of the, in Scorpio says physically control the situation. Or going across physically from third to in Scorpio. Who or what is around you. Your actions control the situation in. And you have actions out here from 2 different cards. You got action in the first house and in Mars that came out. So this energy going forward into 2026 in regards to a lot to do with actions and attitudes, and mentally attitudes from about the past, with that being in Cancer. Clarify shock. I feel like this is not a shock to people, but that we have people that is going to be enlightened, exposed about people being in these. These could be coming from these people. The last two cards is Psycho and Scream, which talks about. I don't know if Shock is Psycho is about a serial killer, because I don't know if I ever watched that movie. That came out in 1960, but Scream is, that movie had two serial killers in it. He was like working with his buddy, his friend, or something like that, but he ended up offing him too or whatever. Clarify shock in regards to what could be still needed to be enlightened or exposed. We're going into 2026. Clarify shock. Don't let your guard down. Clarify shock. Two cards come out. You have the Hangman in Pisces, and you have the Chariot in Cancer. Both of them is coming out in water energy. You got Taurus, Pisces, Gemini, and Pisces out here. You got the Chariot and Cancer with the Devil and Capricorn at the back of the deck. Clarify the Call, which is the Scream movie. Turn your ringer off. That's the only one I know. The Emperor. And then you got Judgment and Leo at the back of the deck. Not Empress and Emperor out here. And honestly, with everything that's been being exposed already, I feel like it's not even more than the other, that whether it's masculine or feminines that are doing this horrible stuff that's like in regards to friends and family and stuff like that. It's like I'm assuming it's an equal of both, which is really sad. You would think it would be more, for me personally, I would think it would be more men that's out here doing real messed up stuff, but it's not even just them. It's females too. 4747. You got Judgment and Leo. There's Judgment. So there's still going to be Judgment going into 2026. I feel like heavy Judgment in regards to this energy out here, because again, the last two cards, you got Psycho movie and you got the Scream movie, and then you have the Experience movie, which is the Poltergeist. Like I can't even I'm still trying to. I would like to do a class on that, like not even, I don't know what that would be. Would that be under like psychology or something, to like understand what makes people go off the deep end to like feel like they could be harming somebody and just don't have no care in the world about it, whether it's an adult or a child. Like I still can't figure that out. Like, not that I want to know so I could be out here doing nothing to nobody. I don't understand. I can't grasp how how a human could be capable of doing it. I don't know. I guess it just, mainly it got to be a mental imbalance, a whole body balance. Yeah, with the Temperance was just at the back of the deck before I started shuffling, but it got to be like a whole body imbalance, basically. Yeah, Experience, Hellraiser, 1987, which we have such sights to show. Is it really worth it? With it being in the upright, is it really worth it? What needs to be seen or shown to clarify Experience in regards to what could still be needed to be enlightened or exposed for going into 2026? Clarify Experience. You got the Fool in Aquarius with the World, but the Fool came out. The Fool in Aquarius, the World, the Hermit, Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, the Temperance with the Magician, and then the Devil. That's funny. Well, it's not funny, but you got the Magician in between the Temperance and the Devil. Yeah, like which Judgment, like which way you wanna That's what I'm getting from that. Leo, I mean, from Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, Magician, the Devil, and then the Star and Aquarius with the Justice and Libra. Mm. Yeah, Fool and Aquarius, the World, the Hermit, Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, Magician, the Devil, the Star and Aquarius, Justice and Libra. And then behind Justice and Libra, you have the High Priestess, the Death in Scorpio, the Sun in Leo, the Chariot in Cancer, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, the Strength in Leo, the Star in Aquarius. Well, I'm really focused on these because we rebuking any negative sin intentions. We rebuking them and returning them back to wherever they need to go. But yeah, the Fool in Aquarius, is it really worth it? Is it really worth taking that risk to? Because basically you got this man, he ain't got no, he all like with no skeleton and bone. So there definitely could be a lot of more bodies. Like I just said, they talking about speculating that it's supposed to be allegedly a SK in New York City, which I'm not even gonna doubt it. I'm not doubting it because I honestly feel like they keep trying to say that the Texas thing, that's not what that is. But literally, I just watched a video too tonight that earlier today, 11:44 on the alarm clock, saying that they found 3 more bodies in Texas in the what they call them? They call them the what I just said, right? Lagoons or the bayous. They call them bayous. I didn't even know Texas had bayous. I thought that was only relevant in New Orleans or Louisiana or whatever. But yeah, I didn't know they consider their stuff, their water or whatever, or the certain bodies of water that I didn't know they called them bayous there. I did not know that. I did not even know that. Yep. Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Hierophant. Clarify the deep in reverse with the Empress and Taurus in regards to this energy. I just seen the 5 of Wands. Clarify the Empress, Taurus to the deep in reverse. What could still be needed to be enlightened or exposed? We're going into and dealt with. We're going into 2026. We got the Knight of Cups. So people trying to think of new ways to get offers, or I feel like this could either be somebody that's doing something or say if it's, I would say either would be it would be the suspect or the person's family, the male or female's family, because the Knight of Cups is facing the moon in Pisces with Trap, which again is the Get Out movie. So yeah, people could be trying to accept deals going into, like, if stuff being exposed. 10 of Swords at the back of the deck. They could be trying to something about some type of deals or offers. Yeah, something about 10 weeks. All right, I'm saying going into 2026. So this could be happening all the way going up into 10 weeks into 2026, or maybe after the 10 weeks this could be starting. This 10 weeks could be 10 weeks. Judgment, 6 of Pentacles to the 10 of Wands. Dang. And then the Page of Swords. Wow. 10 of Swords, Judgment, Leo, 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Definitely I'm getting the news with that. Gossip. With that Page of Swords. Clarify the moon in Pisces with Trap in regards to what could still be needed to be enlightened or exposed with going into 2026. Okay, a lot of cards wanted to come out, but you had the Chariot and Cancer. I feel like there could be a lot of forward movement coming in regards to these energies. You got moon in Pisces, the Chariot and Cancer though. a lot of feelings and emotion, I feel like different feelings, both sides, especially because the lovers is out here. Like, yeah, look, you got the lovers out here again. That turned over too. 9 of Wands to 11. Like, some people could be either side or whatever in regards to stuff that's being enlightened or exposed, that's being talked about on the news. Page of Swords at the back of the deck again. Yep. And then for the lovers to come out again, I'm getting like the lovers, both sides, like people who are for stuff to be coming out 55-55 and being done, you know, a certain way or something like that. And then you got other people that want to disagree. Because one thing I'm thinking about is that lady that I did the reading on her daughter. And I just found out whatever not today, but the last time I was at the library, I found, or the last time before that, not the last time, because the last time I was at the library before tonight, I was at the library over here where this apartment is at. But the time before that, I found out that she did end up unaliving her daughter. And now, side note, they're how you say, what I just seen tonight, they trying to see if something about they want to give her life, but this allegedly they want to give her life or whatever, but you know, they thinking that she should get the DP, which I'm not even gonna say that she do need that. I'm sorry, because you psyched that girl out. Like, you psyched her out. You had her probably thinking that y'all was going on this big old trip or whatever, and you end up taking her somewhere, and you unalived her. Like, and the girl was only 9 years old. Look, 9. Like, split the deck, 9 of Wands to the Hierophant. And then they had the nerve to show a picture of her mom when she was like, I guess she was together in that picture. She looked like a whole different person. She looked like she could have been somebody that was caring and all of that. But for her to, and then what they showed her when she was in court, I was like, dang, like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell? 9 of Wands to the 3 of Wands. Clarify friendship with the lovers in Gemini. What could be still needed to be enlightened or exposed going into 2026? Clarify friendship with the lovers in Gemini. Ooh, the 4 of Wands just flew over here. What? King of Swords at the back of the deck. It flew over here where I got my cards at over here for right now. The 4 of Wands. Yeah, friendship was, that junk flew. Friendship, an American werewolf in London. Again, I talked about how the werewolf talks about good and evil. Somebody, it's like they fighting with themselves, or like, and I haven't seen that card come up in the deck in a minute. My werewolf, the oracle card for my homemade oracle card for werewolf, the spiritual meaning, I haven't seen it in a while. It's in here amongst all these cards, but it just ain't been popping up. But yeah, Knight of Cups, the Chariot, and Cancer to the 4 of Wands. It's like people, male or female, basically that's what's out here. You got the Empress at one end, you got the Emperor at the other end. 9 of Pentacles is at the back of the deck. Maybe there could be more, being enlightened, exposed of more people choosing 9 of Pentacles, being independent until they come into their right unions or something like that. Yeah, look, 9 of Pentacles to the 3 of Cups, or 2, they come in together with their divine person. Because there's a lot going on right now. It's a whole lot of like, I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like it's more now than it was when I was growing up, or like more now before like 2016, 15 maybe. The furthest back, I'll say 2015, but it just feel like it's so much BS going on now. It's like every day, every day, every day, every other day, every day, every day, every day, or every other day is something on the news. And it's like it's not a lot of good stuff. It's a lot of horrible bad stuff. Stuff that you won't even think of. Stuff that you could be questioning if it is really what they saying. Cause everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. I feel like you don't always, but people are gonna go along with other opinions. But I feel like you still can have your own opinion about stuff. That's what makes you an individual. That's what makes you a person. You having your own thought pattern, your own of about whatever, even if it have to do with friends or family or whatever like that, whether it is good or bad. It ain't always about the good stuff, because we already know that's not how life is. Life is not all just good stuff. An hour and a minute in, wow. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles was at the back of the deck. Clarify. Wow, I can't believe it's an hour in. Clarify shock with the Hangman and Pisces. What could be still needed to be enlightened and exposed? We're going into 2026. Stuff that's not the truth. Now another card flying over there. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Why do you want to keep going over there all of a sudden? I'm going to take it because it went in the reverse. And then you got the Hangman in the reverse and the major arcana is in the upright. What? Seven of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Top of the deck is what? The Four of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Star and Aquarius, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Swords, and then the Empress with the Strength and Leo, and the Eight of Pentacles. I can't believe that Ace of Swords just flew out over there in the reverse like that. With the Hangman in reverse. Again, I feel like it's not going to be a shock that people are, it's people that are, having enlightenment or awakenings or whatever you want to call it, 11:55 on the alarm clock. But there's people that are not, or they're not. It's like I feel like people that are of age, as far as whatever you would consider the age to be a legal adult. About them, I guess like not coming to awake like before, maybe this could be the people that's doing stuff to harm, or these could be people that are getting harmed. But you got split the deck, Seven of Pentacles to the Two of Swords. There could be more stuff being enlightened and exposed about invested into stuff, right? Because the second house was out here, get what you need, physically get what you need. In Aquarius, using unconventional way. People are as far as like communication or doing stuff, they're using an unconventional way to get what they need in regards to resources. And that definitely been coming out already about a lot of that. Yeah, Three of Wands at the back of the deck. Them waiting for stuff to come in, waiting for, stuff to be balanced. But I feel like a lot of what's going on is people not going about it with a lot of stuff, not going about it the right way. Three of Wands, Justice, Libra, Judgment, Leo, the Moon in Pisces. With the Hermit and Virgo, Two of Pentacles. It's like they going back and forth between going within and not going within, I feel like, because the Hermit and Virgo, the Two of Pentacles, the Fool and Aquarius. Then you have the Queen of Cups. But yeah, I feel like it's like they going back and forth between, or they trying to, what's that, teeter totter? That's what I'm getting, teeter totter. I think that's what I was trying to figure out in that other video when I was talking about the thing you used to get on when you was a kid, and one person go up and the other person go down. Is that, I think that's called a teeter totter. I forgot. Clarify the Emperor in Aries with the call in regards to what could be still needing to be enlightened or exposed and dealt with in 2026. You got the Emperor coming out with the Five of Cups beneath it, and then another card face down. This Emperor could be people of authority or double authority or something like that. And then you got the Five of Cups that came out with it. Or that could be father figures, mother figures being in regret about something in regards to a relationship, not seeing something sooner in regards to relationships. Knight of Cups, the Chariot and Cancer, Four of Wands, the Ace of Swords with the Hangman in reverse to the Emperor, Five of Cups. You had the Knight of Wands at the back of the deck, and then you had the Ace of Cups that came out. Wow, so I get like from that Five of Cups, Five of Cups, Ace of Cups will be the Six of Cups. Not seeing something sooner in regards to something they may have already, you know, experienced in the past. You got the Wheel of Fortune at the back of the deck. Wheel of Fortune to the Seven of Cups. I feel like there could be a lot of stuff, more stuff being exposed about relationships, foundations, families, dynamics in family homes or something like that. Maybe it could even start with going into like the first 4 days of the new year with this Four of Wands. We got the Queen of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Clarify the Deep in reverse with the Empress, the Aquarius, full and Aquarius wants to come out crossing. Clarify the Deep in reverse with the Empress and Taurus. What could still be needed to be enlightened or exposed and dealt with? We're going into 2026. And you have the Star in Aquarius coming out. Offers. Wish fulfillment. Hoping to get wish fulfillments in regards to offers. Thinking of new ways to get wish fulfillment for offers, or because again the Deep in reverse was somewhat diving or something like that. No better way to get your feet wet than to dive right in. Yeah, so not to be laughing or nothing, but because say you're gonna need a bigger boat. There's no better way to get your feet wet than to dive right. So basically, it's the 2026 is just gonna be going right continuous to like what we already been seeing and stuff. Yeah, look, Three of Pentacles at the back of the deck. It's already Three of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Ten of Wands, the Eight of Cups. What else? The Page of Pentacles. So I feel like it's just going to continue. It's going to be just a continuation of what already, just more stuff, basically. I feel like more stuff is going to be coming out, or something what I said heavier or something earlier. Something about I said heavier. Clarify Get Out, or clarify the Trap with the Moon in Pisces. What could still be needing to be enlightened and exposed with going into 2026. You got the Justice in Libra. I feel like there could be more justice coming in, more balance. All right, more balance in regards to stuff that's people are not pleased about, or something about April could be significant, or 4 months going into 2026. Four of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Page of Cups. But there's going to be small engagements or small offers or something like that Four of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. And then I see the Queen of Cups again with the Empress. And then you have the Queen of Swords, Three of Pentacles. It's like there's going to be, with these, something about the new ideas, it'll be people that's like in this Queen of Cups energy, but then it'll be people that's in this Queen of Swords energy, whether they male or female. And then you have these two pages out here, Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Between that is the Eight of Cups. Accept this small token of feelings, or accept this small token of money or whatever in regards to whatever the situation is. I feel like clarify friendship with the Lovers and Gemini. What could be still needed to be enlightened or exposed with going into 2026? What? Clarify friendship with the Lovers and Gemini. The Ten of Cups just turned over. Clarify friendship with the Lovers and Gemini. Wow, I seen the Two of Wands in reverse. I don't feel like it's going to be celebrations. You also have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, because you got the Knight of Wands. I don't feel like it's going to be a lot of celebration. I just feel like there's going to be, because the Two of Wands is in reverse. You got the Four of Wands to the Two of Wands. That will equal the Six of Wands. But I don't feel like it's going to be a lot of celebration. Again, you got the Shock with the Hangman in Pisces. And you had the Ace of Swords come out in reverse with the Hangman in reverse. So, because I feel like people are not, they're not noticing something quicker, or they're not waking up from the slumber, I want to say. I just saw 1 hour, 12 minutes, 27 seconds. Clarify, Five of Pentacles I just saw with that Ten of Cups. Clarify Shock with the Hangman in Pisces. What could still be needed to be enlightened or exposed with going into 2026? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Why is everything coming out in reverse under this Shock and the Hangman in Pisces with the Ace of Cups? Wow. Ace of Cups, the Devil in Capricorn, the Queen of Pentacles, the Strength in Leo, Seven of Swords, the King of Pentacles, Six of Wands. So Ace of Cups, Devil, Queen of Pentacles, Strength in Leo, Seven of Swords, the King of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles, Eight of Wands to the Eight of Wands to the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Swords. But why is the Seven of Pentacles coming out in reverse? Why is that coming out in reverse? I mean, you do already have the Ace of Swords and the Hangman in reverse. So I feel like it's just following up from that. But, I wonder why that came out in reverse. Hour 14, hour 14, I just saw. Why did the Seven of King? Can I shuffle? Three of Cups? Because of Three of Cups. Something about celebration, collaborations. Alright, because you do have the Five of Cups right next to it. And you have the Three Cups that's like leaning down. And you have the Two of Cups that's standing. So something could be snipping about that. How I said it. Like, Three of Cups could be celebrations. Yeah, look, there go the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Because, okay. Wow. Three of Pentacles, Two of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Lovers and Gemini with the Three of Swords. It's like something about collaborations. Something could be significant about the last 3 years, 3 to 5 years, or 3 to 8 years, in regards to going forward into the 2026 with stuff still needing to be enlightened or exposed. That could bring a lot of hurt and betrayal, backstabbing, which is Three of Swords, heartache, uh, spiritually or physically. And then you do have two and a Three of Swords, which will equal to Five of Swords. This could be stuff that's at a distance and like near and at a distance, like all over the world with that Two of Wands. That's what I'm getting. Something just fell out. Yeah, look, the Ace of Pentacles wanted to come out for whatever reason. And there go the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Give me one more to clarify. Can I shuffle? Eight of Wands just came out. Give me one more to clarify the Seven of Pentacles in reverse in regards to what else to clarify that Seven of Pentacles with this Three of Cups in regards to what could still be needed to be enlightened or exposed with going into 2026. Six of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like, didn't I just say that though? With that Three of Cups about celebrations? Yeah, because that's the same thing with the Three of Cups. Six of Wands talks about victories and stuff like that. Celebrate, basically the same thing. So there's not going to be something about there's because people are going to be in the Hangman in reverse with the Ace of Swords in reverse. So there's not going to be this it won't be Three of Cups to Six of Wands. That's what I'm getting. Something about March and May I'm getting could be significant. And then I split the deck. Nine of Pentacles to the Six of Swords. People are going to want to maybe move. Maybe a lot of people, if they are experiencing really traumatic stuff, traumatizing stuff, they may be wanting to move. Like, move from where they already been at or something like that. I don't know. I'm getting that with that Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Depending on what their trauma is or what they have been going through or experiencing. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Nine of Swords to the King of Swords. Eight of Wands. This could have somebody in the Nine of Swords. I don't know. Whatever they sign is, yeah, it turned back over again. The same three cards turned back over, almost over again. Nine of Swords, King of Swords, and then the Eight of Wands. With the King of Wands, okay. Clarify the call with the Emperor and Aries. What could still be needed to be enlightened or exposed with going into 2026? You got the Five of Swords. There's definitely going to be endings. Five of Cups to the Five of Swords. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles to the Temperance and Sagittarius. People could be going into next year and it might not be balanced. Or something about Sagittarius season next year could be significant. Where it be more balance, peace and balance or something like that. Something with the water, I was just about to say 12-12 on the alarm clock. King of Pentacles, like people being more grounded or whatever, serving their highest good, whether it's them getting some type of money payout or something like that, or them just getting more grounded in regards to the situation. Maybe that could be more masculine energy, whether it's male or female. Ten of Cups to the Five of Pentacles. There may be more families that are in that Five of Pentacles energy. because of stuff from the past or something like that. Six of Cups, or something about with going into 2026 or something like that. However it's supposed to resonate. Six of Cups, Nine of Wands to the Five of Wands, Ten of Cups. I hope it's not going to be more people fighting or stuff. Like, something about that with the summertime could be significant. Like, hopefully not. I don't know. I'm going to do one more row. Clarify the deep in reverse with the Empress and Taurus. What could be still needing to be enlightened or exposed? We're going into 2026. Ten of Swords. So now we got two tens out here. We got the Ten of Swords, and then you got the Five of Cups to the Five of Swords, which is 10. You got the Empress at the back of the deck. Empress to the Nine of Wands. Whatever these new offers that have, new wishes to have, new offers to have wish fulfillment in regards to these ideas, these something about new way of thinking, or the deep again in reverse was diving in. It could cause Ten of Swords. Again, I said a while ago earlier, like the something about 10 weeks, the first 10 weeks going into 2026, or maybe after the first 10 weeks, then there could be more stuff being enlightened or exposed. Yeah, Seven of Cups to the Seven of Swords. Clarify trap with the Moon in Pisces. Clarify trap with the Moon in Pisces for this energy out here. I feel like there could definitely be a lot of stuff in regards to foundations, homes, maybe people, money or something like that. Yeah, look, Seven of Cups, inheritances or stuff, that people being owed money, certain people in relationships being owed money or something like that, or even if they're not in a relationship, or yeah, Ace of Cups, people with that identity stuff. Ace of Cups to the Three of Pentacles. Clarify trap with the Moon in Pisces. What could still be needed to be enlightened and exposed for going into 2026? Yeah, and it's supposed to go that way. The Chariot, the Justice, Libra to the Wheel of Fortune. This is the way it needs to go. People need to be able to come out of that trap energy. Six of Pentacles, need to come out of that trap energy. It's been a lot of trapping, like trying to trap people or whatever in some type of way, because maybe there's something about money connected to that. Ace of Pentacles, the World, Eight of Pentacles, Judgment, Leo, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, Ten of Cups, to the Fool in Aquarius, Six of Swords. I see, is 666 out here? Okay, no. I was about to say. Then you have the Fool, the Tower in Aquarius, not the Fool. The Fool right there. There's a lot of money involved with trapping people in some type of way, shape, or form, which is very disturbing. Clarify, because I'm not with that. Clarify friendship with the Lovers in Gemini. What can still be needed to be enlightened or exposed for going into 2026 and dealt with? Clarify friendship with the Lovers in Gemini for this energy out here. So we get another one. So now the Empress wants to come out crossing. It's like these people ain't gonna be able to, you know, love. Empress energy, the Venus sign, love, beauty, peace. It's crossing though over the Wheel of Fortune. It would be crossing over towards the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Swords. Magician. I feel like there's not gonna be no loving. Yeah, look, the Fool came on in reverse. There's not gonna be no them trying to go to other people to seek counsel or whatever. it's not gonna be no love and peace if I feel like if stuff ain't done right, you know, like if stuff ain't done right, there's not gonna be just so no lovey dovey peace stuff with that friendship. Yeah, there's not gonna be no lovey dovey stuff if yeah, seek counsel from those who know you well. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles wants to come out. Then the Eight of Cups. People gonna be walking away from something about from 8 years ago, or maybe even 8 months ago, 6 years ago, 3 years ago. Quickly, Knight of Swords, to like to heal, lay stuff to rest, or I don't know. Because there's a lot of betrayal. There's a lot of betrayal that's hidden or connected to these offers, these new ideas, wish fulfillment, to have offers in regards to diving in, like people diving in just to do stuff or take stuff or whatever. I'm surprised the Empress came out. Yeah, look, Three of Pentacles came out. I'm surprised the Empress came out. Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. I'm surprised the Empress came out crossing from this deck. Clarify shock with the Hangman and Pisces. What could still be needing to be enlightened or exposed but going into 2026? The King of Cups. Why the King of Cups gotta come out? I'm getting like people feelings being, because you know he got one foot towards the water, one foot on the thing. So it's like people being their feelings. Like I was kind of trying to say that earlier. What I was saying that with the Two of Pentacles or something. Their feelings, something about their feelings being, what's the name? Nine of Swords in reverse to the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Wands at the back of the deck. Let me see. Let's clarify the King of Cups, because why is he coming out? Clarify the Tower, the Moon. Clarify. Let's see. Clarify shock with the Hangman and Pisces for this King of Cups. What could still be being enlightened and exposed about going into 2026? Clarify Hangman and Pisces, King of Cups. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Another Wheel of Fortune. With the Ace of Pentacles. And then you had the Knight of Cups. I don't know, playing on people's feelings and emotions to give them Ace of Pentacles. Give me another for this King of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. With this shock and the Hangman and Pisces. Dang, 3 came out, but the Eight of Pentacles came up first. Yeah, in regards to something to do with work or a plan or diligent work or plan or something I'm getting. Ace of Pentacles came back out again with the that's crazy, with the High Priestess and the Tower and Aquarius at the back of the deck. Wow. Shock again was seeking counsel too, I feel like, wasn't it? Yeah, they both, wait. No, Trap and Friendship was both talking about seeking counsel. Shock was the cycle. Oh, don't let your guard down. Okay. Don't let your guard down. So people are not going to be letting their guard down, or this energy, they're not going to be letting their guard down in regards to some type of work, because it's something that they want to go in their favor or something like that in regards to their feelings or emotions. Six of Pentacles at the back of the deck. But I feel like there's going to be conflict. You know, there's going to be conflict or whatever, because you do have that Five of Swords. And then this Five of Swords is under the Five of Cups with the Emperor. And then the call, which is Call, which is the Scream movie. Turn Your Ringer Off. Yeah, the Hermit and Virgo. Did I do that one already? I only did 2 feet. Oh no, I did do 3, I guess. Oop, I gotta fix this car. I need to get some tape. Okay, so the King of Cups was clarifying the hold on. Okay, so that was the third card for that deck. I mean, for that row. Clarify Hermit. Clarify the call with the Emperor. Damn. He really ain't gonna let his guard down, because the Seven of Wands just came out. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles to the Moon card, because there's something hidden about money or accepting an offer. I'm getting a plea offer. Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Cups. And again, this could be either side. This could be the side that's committing it, or the side that's, you know, it's being done to. Yeah, look, Six of Pentacles just fell out. The Fool in Aquarius. Why is the Seven of Wands coming out with the Call and the Emperor and Aries in regards to what could still be needed to be enlightened or exposed and dealt with going into 2026? Clarify the Seven of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. Not wanting to be left out in the cold. Illness, death, ostracized. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Okay, give me one more for that Seven of Wands. The World. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio energy. Protection from being in the Five of Pentacles. By taking some type of action in regards to, or not taking some type of action. Either way, taking it or not taking it, I'm feeling like with this Six of Pentacles, because the King of Wands faced up to the camera. He's facing away from the Six of Pentacles. But when I'm looking at it, he's facing the Six of Pentacles. But up to the camera, he's facing away from it. Yeah, that could be that whole aspect I said about the power struggle. Or no, what card says that? In Scorpio, physically control the situation. All right, the Knight of Pentacles just came out in reverse, but yeah, in Scorpio, there go the Six of Pentacles again. In Scorpio physical, it says control the situation. You know, but physically things will be being brought to life, and things will be brought to life or light. And something about you know, resources could be highly significant in actions, because again, you got that in the first and Mars. You got that in the first house and in Mars. Talks about actions. And then first house, it talks about mentally your desires. Spiritually, who are you? Let's see. An hour 34. Wow. I guess cause how I worded it or phrased it, this one was kind of, it took a while to get to that third row. Yeah, whatever this is though, in regards to this energy, it's not okay. Yeah, look, Birdcage just came out as I was trying to say that. Thunderstorm and Cross. Wow. 459 could be significant. We got 4 in Taurus, Birdcage, possessive, codependent, cling, restless, oblivious, controlled, singing away, want freedom without consent, dominion, watched, hostage, confined, jealous, trapped, predator. That's 4 in Taurus with Birdcage. You got 5 in Scorpio with Thunderstorm, power, destruction, trouble, electric display, a warning, out of control, energy shift, conflict, triumph over evil, fierce, booming conflict, opportunity to overcome. Then you have 9 in Pisces with Cross, sacrifice, down for the cause, release, let it go, giving up, surrender, puts others first, for the greater good, dogma, heroic effort, purpose driven, martyrdom, heed the call. 459 could be significant, or 954 or 594. You got 7 Sagittarius, White Rabbit, spark of curiosity, genosis, spiritual awakening. It's time. Heeding the call, research it, inner knowing, dark to light, going down the rabbit hole, walking from the dream. I just said that earlier in this video. Waking up or whatever. You got 7 in Sagittarius. Back of the deck, you have 9 in Scorpio, Phoenix, transformation, eternal soul, renewal, resurrection, rebirth, destroy, rising from the ashes, emerge, new era, alchemy, transmutation, ascension. The end is just the beginning. And then you have 3 in Scorpio with friends. Friends, friendship group, soul tribe, third person contact, relate, network, show up, hang out, meet in person, social media, interpersonal relationships, togetherness, friendliness. Wow. You have 3 in Aquarius with Black Widow, 8 in Gemini with Wheel of Karma, 5 in Taurus with Broken Vase, 7 in Taurus with Eyeglass. Can I get at least 3 more from this deck in regards to this energy? What could need to be needed to be enlightened and or exposed and dealt with going into 2026? Can I get at least 3 more? I think 4 just came out. Urn is at the back of the deck. Wow. So there's going to be definitely more unalive people passing. Damn. Yep, it's just going to go right into that. It's going to continue. You got 4 Aquarius airplane, 6 Aquarius airplane, 4 Pisces scuba diver, 4 Leo family, 6 happening soon. Something about 446 could be significant. And then you also have 3 Libra cabin that came out. But 6 Aquarius airplane, travel long distance, speed, overcome, rise up, freedom, new boundaries, breaking free, in control, things work out, taking off, leave it behind, internal guidance systems. Yeah, I said I feel like people gonna be, maybe they could be moving. This could be a certain amount of people, whoever they are, male or female. This could be families or certain people from different families picking up, moving, or something like that. You got 4 in Pisces scuba dive, going within, observation, 0 point, self-examination, exploring the unconscious mind, in the void, desire to know, self-reflection, disconnecting, deep thoughts, subliminal with scuba dive. 4 in Pisces. Then you have 4 Leo family, loyalty, faithful, allegiance, parents, children, siblings, fidelity, commitment, trust, affection, support systems, origins, tribe, dependable, sincere, kindred spirits. All right. I think it was just another card that was talking about that. That it said, what did it say? It said something that card had on there. I don't know if it was the loyalty or something like that. Then you have 6 happening soon. The situation or event in question will develop or unfold very soon. And look what she doing. She at a damn train station with her bag. Now I know she got more stuff than that. And she got her dog with her. Maybe she waiting for somebody. So either people could be waiting for people, or they could be either, you know how that whole thing with the airport when they be saying, do it say out or in and out or something, like when people be coming in and people be going out? I don't know. And then this one says 3 Libra cabin, lonely, confined, detached, remote, secluded, go within, insulate, disengage, close off, kept apart, quarantine, island, segregate, separated, divide, disconnected, and sequestered. So there may be more people that's, like I said, I feel like I said that too, maybe separating or like splitting up or whatever. Not necessarily could be all for bad, but it could be for good, to like clear their minds, clear their thoughts, or you know, get back to themselves or one with themselves or whatever like that. I was gonna say, so it is 4 for 4 up here. I was gonna say there's no triple numbers up here. It almost was 3332, but only 4 for 4 I see. And then almost 333 and 666 and 999. So I'm gonna just say 444, 333, 999 talks about releasing. Back of the deck you have 5 in Cancer, which Cancer talks about home and family. You got loss, death, forfeiture, grief, closed up, bereaved, breakup, poverty, collapse, dispossess, remove, dismantle, deprive, absence, change of state, setback, it's over and done. Yep, so there definitely will be more of that going into 2026, unfortunately. Yep. And almost 555 would have been out here too. So it's a lot of would have been double numbers, but the only one is 444, that's for sure out here. Yep. Wow, hour 43. All right, so that was interesting doing that. I feel like I did this one already before, but maybe it was for like what, last year or the year before, one of them years. I don't know what I titled it though, but yeah. Don't need to do no more tarot because I feel like it's definitely explained it. I feel like I explained it the best enough that I could for this reading. It don't need to be too messy. I mean, I could use my oracle basket too. Let's see, an hour 44. Let's get it. Try to get a few and not go too many. Oh, okay. I just seen 999. And then I'm going to take what I already said. It's not okay. And then behind that was in 6 to 12 months. So something about in 6 to 12 months. And then again, like I said, 999, even though it didn't come all the way out with the other deck, 999 talks about release. A life phase is finished. A transition is complete. Begin new journey, new adventures, and wrap up loose ends. That is 999. What else in regards to this energy out? Yeah, something's not right. All right, I just saw that something's not right. What else needs to be? What else could be needed to be enlightened or exposed? We're going into 2026. What else could be needed to be enlightened or exposed? We're going into 2026. Outgrown a group dynamic. You're going to be more than good. All right, so people could be outgoing group dynamics. We got Uranus with change, originality, innovation, change, uniqueness, transcendence, individuality, genius, collective. Oh, excuse me. You got, ooh, what was that? Taking advantage. Hold on. Okay, so it says take advantage of one that needs help. That was fell. I see hardworking. I see something about they knew you were gifted. What else in regards to this energy? What could be needing to be enlightened or exposed? We're going into this new year, 2026. The first house comes up again from my deck, which talks about identity, personality, ego, self-image, beginnings, consciousness, appearance, and temperament. Oh, I also just saw the second house. Now I see the fifth house. So the fifth house says self-expression, passion, fun, creativity, pleasure, casual sex, inner child, and children. Yeah, something about an offer with the Knight of Cups in reverse. A player clingy, possessive, negative emotions, moodiness, a jealous partner, blocking your progress, disappointment, and protecting your heart. What else could be needed to be enlightened or exposed in regards to going into the new year? I see current or current present. What else from the Oracle basket? I see certain individuals can't be trusted. Nailed to the coffin. Something about name put on a watch list of some sort. So maybe there could be people being put on some type of watch list, or maybe these people could be being taken off of these watch lists or something like that. Yeah, something about an unknown number, distraction. I see something about a heavy belt and a hitman. I don't know what's that about. What else? I also see 222. Something about 2060. But you got 222. Your alignment, your thoughts can be manifested. Seek balance, trust the universe, and on the right path. All right, and that's 222. So 222 and 999 is coming up from my Oracle basket. Career. There could be stuff coming up more about this. All right, maybe there could be people that's being their own investigators in regards to their situation. Yeah, I see the sun in reverse. Arrogance, lies, delays, negative mindset, self-doubt, loneliness, uncertainty, blocked action, excessive pride, loss of a relationship. Yeah, there could be people that's some whatever reason losing their relationship because they could be being toxic. Something about an uproar could be going to be an uproar. I see cyberbullying. It's entertainment. Something about incoming messages. One or multiple messages. I see grow from past. It's adding your own unique character. All right. What else? Something about not cooperating with law officials. I see Mars coming up again. Mars talks about action, movement, passion, drive, vitality, confrontational style, self-initiative, perseverance, assertion, and courage. I see Mercury also. Communication style, like I said in the beginning. Interests, learning, adaptability, sociability, connectivity, conceptualization. This has been done before, just a different day. Yeah, fire energy. Yeah, people trying to find creative ways to get through stuff. I seen the letter J and D. Okay, I just saw what? That's the High Priestess in reverse. Something about J and D or D and J. I see worse. Something about there could be stuff coming up about the celebrities or something like that. Something about a fertility center. What else could be being enlightened or exposed and being dealt with going into 2026? Something about this. Didn't I just pull that out? Husky build, studio apartment. Excuse me. Yeah, a Lifetime movie. This could Lifetime movie energy. I see up in basement. Okay. Wow. Birthright. I see something about birthright. Can't compete where they don't compare. Something about a vacant property. Vacant property. Oh, wow. I see that I wrote this wrong. They like that you're single, but not that you're getting attention elsewhere from male or female or both. I haven't seen that card in a minute. And then we do have that one coming up right behind it. That is insane. I see this. I see that. Anything else? Okay, the third house I just saw. Something about an older man. The third house. Communication again, perception, curiosity, language, early education, technology, transportation, and siblings. And that's the third house. All right. One more time. Soul contract. Karmic family. Whoever you've been thinking of. Accomplice. And we got the suicide and crisis line. All right. 9888. Text or call. Suicide and crisis line. 9888. So there may be more of that coming in going to the 2026. Yeah, we got the Northeast region coming up. Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. Something about living off the grid. Ruthless. Damn. Yeah, anxiety coming out again. Friday. Day of the week Friday. I see that. And I also see Tuesday. Love your ambition and determination drive. Something about, perpetrator. A person who carries out a harmful, illegal, immoral act. So more could be coming out about that. Yeah, that. And I see something about this also too. I've just seen it. I think I seen it the last video, but I didn't pick it up. All right, receiving money or for participation. So that could be clarifying. And I see this letter. That could be clarifying that Knight of Cups with that Star and Aquarius energy that was coming up. Yeah, I see that. And something could be false again. Alright, that's probably why that Ace of Swords was coming out in the reverse. I don't know what this J is standing for by itself, but okay. A regular person and a law of attraction. We're not thinking about this person, so I hope that's not something about that though. I keep seeing father from the back side of the card, so something about a father could be significant. A father figure. All right, we did have the I did see we did have the Emperor come out at the end, and I see red flag. All right, so something about subliminal messages too, and something about pregnant. I don't know what that's about, but the letter J came out. So let's see. Can we get whatever comes out from this deck to close out this energy that's currently on the table? What could be needed to be enlightened or exposed? We're going into 2020. All right, we got 25. Wake up. It's your moment. All right, so this could be happening now. Would that be in 2025? All right, or would that be in 25, which could be 2025? Also, what came out is number 8. Do not drink poison. Do not drink poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. So people are needing to, maybe this could be like the 8th day of going into the new year. People could be realizing not to do things that are bad for them or for somebody else. You got 12, lead the way. Be a leader, show others how it's done. Be a leader, show others how it's done. You can help others, all right? That's 12, lead the way. That breaks down to 3, which gives me like the Empress energy. Yeah, 35, never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words, not living in the moment or not living in the now. So people are not living in the now, and they're jamming their self up, if I could say it. Jamming their self up. What was that? Archangel, 9 of Cups. Okay. What needs to be seen or shown from the Archangel deck to close out this energy that's here on the table? What needs to be seen or... You got the Chariot, Archangel Michael, the Chariot, who is like God. Perseverance, success and conflict, overcoming adversity. What else to close out this energy? What other archangels to close out this energy? You got the Sun, Archangel the Sun, 64, the vivifying God, restoration of life, protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. Okay, that's Archangel the Sun with Archangel Michael. What else to close out this energy on the table? What could be needed to be enlightened or exposed with going into 2026 and being dealt with? Can I get 2 more? Can I get 2 more from this deck? 1 more. 1 more to close out this energy out here on the table. Alright, you got Archangel 10 of Wands, 53, God humiliating the proud, spiritual communication, influences religious men, teachers, and men of the law. Alright, you have Archangel 2 of Pentacles, 56, fortune and fame, fulfills any request. Last one, Archangel Hierophant, 9, the merciful God, divine forgiveness, obtains friendship and favors of the great, secures promises. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close out this reading. So I will see you later, and I'll see you in the next video.